talk therapy.
Man, have you ever felt like you are just floating through your 20s? Like you are busy all the time, but not sure if it's the right kind of busy. Sometimes I wonder if I'm behind or just figuring things out slower than others. Everyone seems to be moving careers, relationships, and I'm just stuck. I scroll through social media and see people traveling, getting promoted, engaged, and I'm here second guessing my grocery list. Do you ever question if you are doing enough with your life, or worse, if you are doing the right things at all? I thought I'd have it figured out by now, but honestly, I feel more confused than ever. I keep asking myself, what if I'm wasting these years?
Bro, I feel that's so hard. It's like we're all expected to know who we are. But how? Our 20s are marketed as the best years, but no one talks about the confusion. I switch between excitement and existential dread every week. And yeah, social media amplifies it. Highlight reels make us forget the behind the scenes. Sometimes I envy people who have a clear passion or path. Meanwhile, I'm here just trying to make rent and not fall apart. I think it's normal to feel lost, but we're made to feel ashamed of it, like there's a secret map we missed out on. But maybe feeling lost is part of growing into ourselves. We're just not taught how messy growth actually is.
That's the part I didn't expect, how much inner chaos growth brings. We think a change happens in moments, but it's more like slow, quiet shifts. And the pressure from family, from society, it doesn't help. My parents still expect me to settle down, but I can barely decide dinner. Even friends make it hard. Some have six-figure jobs, while I'm still figuring out direction. It's hard not to compare, even when you know everyone's path is different. It's like everyone's sprinting and I'm crawling, but I remind myself, rushing to somewhere I don't even want isn't success. I'd rather be slow and intentional than fast and lost. Still, it's tough when self-doubt keeps whispering, you're failing.
Exactly. And no one gives us the tools to navigate that doubt. They teach algebra, not how to trust your gut. I've made choices based on fear, jobs, relationships, just to feel secure, but they never fill the emptiness. Now I try to listen more to myself, not the noise. Even if I don't have a 5 year plan, I want alignment, not approval. I think the real question is what feels true to me, because pretending to be someone I'm not is way more exhausting. We deserve space to explore without guilt. Lost isn't broken, it's part of becoming.
I wish more people said that. That being lost doesn't mean you are behind. I've started journaling lately just to get clarity. Some days it helps, other days I just vent. But writing down my thoughts makes the chaos less loud. It reminds me I'm evolving, even if I can't see the results yet. I guess I'm learning to sit with the uncertainty, because truth is, I've made progress. It's just not always obvious. I'm learning, unlearning, growing in ways that don't show on a resume. Maybe being lost isn't the opposite of growth, it's the path to it. It's uncomfortable, but maybe that's the point.
Man, that's powerful. The world values results, not process. But growth is messy and nonlinear. I've been trying to be kinder to myself lately. Even small wins, waking up early, cooking a meal matter. I'm realizing that healing and clarity take time. And maybe that's what our 20s are for, making peace with the unknown. Instead of fixing ourselves, maybe it's about finding what lights us up. There's strength in not pretending to have it all figured out. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's brave. And talking like this, it helps more than you know.
You ever feel like your 20s are just trial and error? Like you're constantly starting over, testing what fits, what doesn't? One week I want to be in corporate life. Next week I dream of living off grid. I used to think uncertainty meant I was weak. But now I'm wondering if it's actually strength to keep exploring. The only real failure might be giving up on ourselves too soon. But man, the pressure to figure it out is relentless. It's like life became a checklist instead of a journey. Graduate, get a job, marry, buy a house. But what if I want a different rhythm?
I think that's what scares people. When you want something outside the script, because not following the traditional path makes others uncomfortable. But we are not here to live anyone else's version of success. Our 20s are supposed to be messy, experimental, even wild at times. It's not about certainty. It's about curiosity. The more I try to fit into someone else's mold, the more lost I feel. But when I follow my own voice, even if it's quiet, I feel more grounded. We're not behind, we're just beginning. And beginnings are always messy. It's okay to not have the answers yet.
Some days I feel guilty for not being productive, like rest is wasted time or slowness means failure. But I'm learning that reflection is also progress. Thinking deeply about who I am takes energy too. We don't celebrate that kind of work enough. I'm starting to believe clarity doesn't come from rushing. It comes from stillness. And when I allow myself to slow down, I notice what I really value. Not what others say I should want, but what feels meaningful to me. And sometimes the scariest part is realizing your dreams have changed, and that's okay too.
Changing your mind isn't quitting, it's evolving. But we shame ourselves for it. I studied this, so I have to stick to it. But staying in a life that no longer fits is what should scare us. You're allowed to grow out of things, even people. I've had to grieve versions of myself I thought I'd be. It's painful, but also powerful, because now I'm living more honestly. Not perfectly, but truthfully. And that's enough for now.
You know what else makes it hard? This fear of missing out. Like we should be doing everything all at once. Building a career, traveling, finding love, staying fit, learning languages. It's exhausting just thinking about it. No wonder we feel lost. We're stretched in too many directions. We see people on Instagram doing it all and forget it's curated. Real life is slower. Real growth is quieter. And maybe fulfillment doesn't come from doing more, but doing less with more presence.
I needed to hear that. We chase this idea of having it all. But who defines all? For me, it's enough to have meaningful conversations, good health, and people I love. We underestimate the value of small, grounded joys. I used to think I needed to be extraordinary to matter, but maybe being authentic is the real achievement. Choosing peace over pressure is a rebellion in itself. And the irony, the less I chase, the more I feel aligned. It's okay to take life one intentional step at a time. We are not late. We are just living differently.
Sometimes I worry I'll look back and regret these years, that I'll wish I was more focused, more ambitious, more something. But maybe the regret comes not from what we do, but from not being present. Like we're always looking ahead and missing what's right now. I've had moments, quiet ones, where I felt truly alive, sitting on a rooftop with friends, watching sunsets, laughing until 2 a.m., and in those moments I didn't feel lost. I felt human. So maybe it's not about milestones, but memories. That's what makes it worth it.
That hit me. I spent so much time chasing the next thing I forgot to celebrate this season. The confusion, the friendships, even the heartbreak. It's all shaping me. We won't be this young and restless forever, but that doesn't mean we're wasting time. We're learning what matters through experience, through risk, mistakes, reflection. And maybe one day we'll look back and see this as the most honest chapter. Not because we had answers, but because we had the courage to ask better questions.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that confusion is part of the process. I used to think clarity was a destination. Now I think it's more like a practice, something we grow into. With each decision, right or wrong, we'll learn. And I'm trying to honor that, even when I doubt myself, even when I feel behind. Because every version of me brought me here, and I trust that here has value, even if it's unfinished, especially because it's unfinished.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. We're so focused on being complete, but maybe life's not about being whole. Maybe it's about being real, accepting the incomplete parts, loving the version of ourselves that's still figuring it out, and surrounding ourselves with people who remind us of that. I think if we can be honest about the confusion, then others feel less alone too. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point of it all, to walk each other home through the mess.
You know what I think we need more of in our 20s? Grace. Grace for not having it together. Grace for making weird choices and growing through them. I spend so much time being hard on myself. But pressure doesn't create purpose. Presence does. Now, when I fall apart, I remind myself that breaking is part of becoming. Like clay that needs reshaping. This version of me is still forming, and that's okay. We're not lost. We're just unfolding.
I've been slowly learning to celebrate the small stuff, like saying no when I used to say yes just to please people, or taking a break without feeling guilty. Growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper. You're getting there. And I think every honest effort counts. We're doing better than we give ourselves credit for. And one day, this messy season will make perfect sense. Maybe not now, but someday soon.